What is up, everybody? I am here to play some Alan Wake Chapter 3 because I did a 24-hour workday yesterday, and I decided to take off because I woke up at 9 o'clock. I worked at 7 and didn't get back home until 2 o'clock. And so I'm saying I'm taking the day off. Gonna go relax. Get some stuff done that I haven't done. And so, yep, I'm being a typical state employee. I just realized I wasn't on the screen at all. Hello, you get to see me now. I'm gonna put my floaty body over here. Alright. Let us play. Doing a quick video check because, you don't want dead noises. You don't want to see just me not doing anything. But da 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 da. Anything. Da 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 da. All right, we're good. All right. Let's get spooked.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Alice?
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
It's
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's
bingo.
anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer.
Fix this.
That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Noticing a little clickety click when he walks. Oh, shit.
Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer. Just follow me. It's not far. Listen, I got things to do. This place don't run itself.
Sorry, when real life calls you, you gotta answer. And you know what? Collectibles. So, you take your stumpy leg and you clinkety clink this way. Why is it like chopping wood?
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
See? Collectibles! See? See? Right there! Right there. We have to be... Ralph.
Oh, give me a break, mister. Can we just get a move on?
No, collectibles. You're not important. Collectibles are. It's like my knees in the morning when I get up. Just...
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Where do we go to the trash? What were you giving me time to do? What were you giving me time to do?
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Saw you.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Hey, this is really good. Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
That's awesome.
I felt nauseous, hungover, only anger.
Oh
kept me going.
no.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me, and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come
No.
back soon.
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
You're right. I deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
Damn right you are, Barry. Damn right. Keep telling yourself that. Get that confidence.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station. There was no time to waste.
What was the significance of going to...
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, hi, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I ain't the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know, I just...
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had a, argument with Danny, Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, and, I'm just, well...
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah, well, he's, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me, bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting, man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure that you will walk away? Why do love
Rates increasing.
you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Blaine!
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
What? That escalated quickly.
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake. Come on.
Get after us. Don't let him get away. Move it, move it, move it! I'll have your shot if you let him get away.
What?
There! We have the suspect in sight. Okay, Mel, keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, damn.
Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the rider on the ferry, it opened its eyes. Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. "Pretty girl," she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
I'm a federal agent pursuing a fugitive. You want to discuss my message? Search the area. Stay sharp. This way. Over here.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Sheriff Breaker, this is Agent Nightingale. I've lost contact with Mercer's men you assigned to me. It's Wake's doing.
Wait, are you seriously telling me that geek writer just took out my deputies? Are you kidding? I mean, have you seen this guy? He wears a tweed jacket. Over.
If it's not him, who then? Bigfoot? Over.
I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
You on the ground. Hold it right there.
You're shooting.
Nowhere to run. Freeze!
The darkness is protecting us. Well, that makes sense. She wants us to finish the manuscript.
This is Jane. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. Jake, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what you... Come on! Sit down and give me that.
Jane, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over.
We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, you know what I mean. Over.
I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over.
Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over.
Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over.
Oh, yeah, I'll bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine. Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
I don't have anything. Oh. Still don't have it. I'm not ready. Not working. I'm not working. I took the day off. I worked 3 shifts yesterday. Oh, not looking to work.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Team 1, come in. Over. Team 1, this is Sheriff Breaker. Report. Over. Team 2, come in. I need a report. Over. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Come in, please. Over.
And here's another call. You're on KBF-FM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police sirens, helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on?
They're still shooting?
Touched by the dark presence, Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror. I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Oh, why, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
Well, I just don't see why Scott's bothered with the trailer park. The sheriff should be helping us normal citizens instead of wasting resources on those people.
Well,
They'll have to try to sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in. Folks, I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt.
Whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him. What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine. Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Shotgun ammo. I missed a shotgun? Yes.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Oh. Where did that person come from behind?
bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then, it came for me.
Foreshadowing. I definitely missed a page. Damn it. Maybe if I backtrack just a little bit. Right. Right, why am I mad? Okay. I am accidentally avoiding. But it's not like they're hidden in the forest, because that would be rude. They're hidden like in side paths along the way. I just gotta keep going.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Any more flashbangs?
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me. The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
Oh, great. So, clearly the way that it wants me to go. I have to lead somewhere else. Okay. There's a fly. Will it stop breathing in my ear? Please?
I could see a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there. The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Oh, I figured out a reason why we have batteries, guys. Not the steel chair! The steel chair!
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me. As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Oh. Okay. It's slower to recharge. Stop throwing shit at me. Actually, I'm gonna take a quick pause real fast. I'll be right back. About 5 minutes. Also, hi Pete. Yes, bigger. I noticed bigger capability, um, more ability to hold the light down. But yeah, I need a 5 minute break, so I'll be right back. All right, back to the horror. Let's do this. Let me put this over here real fast. Here. Oh, I feel bad for Pete. He was here, but now he's not. Let me check something real fast. For Pete. He was here, but now he's not. Let me check something real fast.
We take the facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs.
Oh, nice.
Episode, A Family Occasion. Journalist Alvin Derlis' trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Derlith, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition, but you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Derlith.
Well,
of course, Mr. Derlith.
What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
What did you...
Oh, Mr. Derlith, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host 1,000 young, and all shall be glory. Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Derlith learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. In Night Springs.
Okay. So they're saying that myths are sometimes true. Okay. Making sure I can see what's going on. My stuff.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
I'm sorry. What? That's not a bulldozer, though. Oh, I guess it is a bulldozer, but it's just a... Okay. This is a bulldozer. That scared me. Alright, good job. I know we got warnings ahead of time about it, but, damn. Thought that was just a tractor. Alright, I'm finally at max ammo, for once. I feel good with actually having, you know, supplies. Max batteries. That was definitely a boss arena. Nice. High five! Woo! No! No! Fudge.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine.
Fuck.
The coal mine wasn't far now.
We don't know where the coal mine is. Okay. Collectibles. I still have to worry about collectibles.
Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Okay. See, it wants me to go that way, but I'm going this way. Because collectibles. We have to always pay attention. Cool. I do think I missed one. After the rose touch by Dark Presence. Oh, wow, there's still...
Even during daytime, I was being stalked. The bridge must have collapsed only moments after I'd crossed it.
I could drive now.
Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the Dark Presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
For letting me know I can drive now. But how's everything go with you, Pete? I'm doing my best to avoid work right now, not look at it. But I keep seeing teams going crazy. So, keep getting distracted. I should definitely not pay attention to it. Nice. Alright, maybe you should just go to the main mission. But, I just want to actually look around for a little bit for any collect. Man, they're giving you cars left, right, and center, huh? Here's another radio.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
I thought at first it's like, that's a Goo Goo Doll song. I'll give up a moment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, great character. I like Maine. Well, clearly that's the way they want me to go. At least he understands, like, hey, my mouth is definitely getting you Alan in trouble. But why the FBI? That's the part I don't understand. Why is the FBI just randomly showing up and be like, Alan Wake, you're my greatest nemesis. H.P. Lovecraft, come here. He certainly does. Yeah. You mean like what I just did right there? See, but this one's a sturdy one. Slap at the back on the hood. Yeah, it's a sturdy one.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that too.
What do you have to radio?
Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, To me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it.
Nice.
Looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever, and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even? There's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then, there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
Oh, man. If this gets boring, let me know. I'm just doing the collectible looking around now, because there's clearly has to be something in here. This is sketchy. Yep.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
What? So the kidnapped her, Mott, is looking for a fight? Oh, bucket. Bucket. All right. Ah!
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal
The last
mine
one was on
quiet.
purpose.
It was a museum now.
I Tony Hawked the guardrail. I was going for a grinder. Yeah, look at the car smoking now. That was funny. Oh, I did miss. Oh, shucks.
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
In 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, while recently minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls have come to a final stop. Now, many of the remaining buildings are protected as historic landmarks.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Where the hell are you? Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around by
You
you.
want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello! Ah! I'm gonna kill him! I had to get to Mirror Peak. It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Mm-mm. 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 Hmm? Hmm? How do you get out? Oh! Hi, Socks. Hi. Hi. Oh. Oh. You scared the shit out of me. You want to say hi? Oh. 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 So I'm playing a scary game. And then all of a sudden, something knocks us down over there. And that scared the shit out of me.
I went to the bathroom.
Hi. Hi. Who's my good boy? Who's my good boy? Who scares the shit out of me when I'm playing a scary game? Alright. Ah. But he is eating all the kids' food that was over there. Yeah. Yeah, I got your text messages about the swap school thing. I'll do that whenever I'm done between chapters.
Let me know before you.
Yeah.
This daycare number.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Alright, are you taking him back upstairs with you? Yeah, he's gotta go outside, I agree. Yeah, he's gotta go outside. You should definitely back upstairs. Please. I'm trying to do this video for the GreyBeard. I'm gonna try to complete this chapter today, and then the next chapter on Friday. Oh, all right. That was a cheeky collectible. You cheeky little bastard.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man.
Got
And
them
without any
moves like
seeming
Jagger.
effort, she had
Got them
changed all
moves
that.
like Jagger. I got
Zane
them
felt
moves.
good for the first time in his life.
Moves like Jagger.
Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Okay. They keep using the word muse. And honestly, I don't know what that means. Call me stupid. Muse. Each of the 9 goddesses, the goddess of Zeus, preside over the arts and sciences. A person is a source of inspiration for cute. Okay. So, inspiration. Oh, wow, that's interesting. I got smacked. Oh, yeah, Adam's like, hey, we got so many lithium batteries, I don't understand why we need it. Now I know why. Flashbangs, my love. Like there could be a collectible over here. If I were, I would be. But there's not. What? 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 What's going on? Oh. Ah! Cheeky furniture.
What the hell?
It's a tornado. Power collectible. I'll be right here also. Yes.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
I know this is simple. No. If you're watching this, police, they asked for it. No. Putting on my eye beams? Big shot! Well, that's a shame. So anyways, I got my flashbangs. This is my boomstick. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. Boomstick didn't work. Boomstick. 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 Should have. I've tried to aim for this explosive arrow, but missed. All right. Let's take a look at inventory real fast. I've got one flare. Flare gun. I have one flare. I mean, 12 flares. Enough flares, to be honest. Almost max magnum gun. Oh yeah, I'm well stocked. This is in the arena. It's like I saw a whole bunch of explosives. I'm like, oh, this is an arena. Just no one in the dark. No kidding. Follow. But, I mean, my coffee. Wake touched by the dark presence.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the dark presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
Where did the darkness approach and touched you? Please point on the doll where it touched you. Where did the darkness touch you? Oh, yikes. Yeah. So, the darkness... So, the only thing I don't understand yet is that why does the darkness need a rider? They need... So, the only thing we know about that is that they need the creative mind of a writer to get power. But how does how does a creative mind give power to darkness?
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
You got touched in the head. Darkness, you gooed all over the place. Flashbang! Ow. Oh, no, 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 no. Stick. Bacon Barry and
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
You know, that makes a lot of sense now. Why he's like, I gotta get Alan Wake. Who the hell is Raymond Chandler? Is that Barry? That makes a lot of sense now. Why he's like, I gotta get Alan Wake. Who the hell is Raymond Chandler? Raymond Chandler, American novice. Oh, he's just okay. He's being cute and going through like H.P. Lovecraft, calling Alan Wake different Arthur names. Okay. Oh, shoot you, bird. Alright, that's where it wants me to go. But there's a secret stash up here. Yep. Yep. He's being cute. Just no one in the dark. Flashbangs! Ow! Flashbang! Anyways. Insert Doom music. Listen to the breathing noises near the stash. Oh, how am I... What? Okay. Listen to the breathing noises near the stash. Yeah, I've been hearing the deep breathing near the stashes, and I'm like, that's unsettling. Yeah, I've been hearing it, and it's been really creeping me out about the deep breathing. Shotguns. Give me my shotguns. Nope, not working. Not working.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Action shotgun? Excuse me? I love it. It's probably wasting through too many bullets of it, but I feel like ow. Leave me alone. Leave me. No. No. Fudge. Have to do all that again. Check on. No more batteries.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Okay. Wants me to go. There's a house over here, though. Collectibles. Wow. You're big confetti. You're big confetti. I'm panicking. I'm a panicking. I'll get over that side. Reminds you of Darth Vader. Yeah. Especially the Cloud City scene where he's hiding and all you can just see is darkness and just don't know where he is.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
Oh, cool. A graveyard of the 32.
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
Anyways, flash grenade. Oh, great. The graveyard. The graveyard shift may cause cancer. I love this game. I'm glad you enjoyed that one also. Alright, that's where it wants me to go. Want to go this way real fast. See nothing. It's been a while since I've seen a manuscript.
The place was dead. A ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
Ah! Got fucking wheels! Whoa! That's a car! I got hit by a car. Oh, speaking of which.
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight. Something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
Linky. I need a comfort. It wants me to go this way. Or that way. So I'm gonna check this building first. No, I'm not. Read. Originally founded in 1928, the mining town where settled Bright Falls. Mining company built for its workers near. Overnight, the mining company closed its doors at 19. Man. The children yearn for the mines. Waiting for that one. Batteries. Coffee. Don't know what happened there. I threw a grenade, got an achievement. Does this little lantern give me health back? No. Okay. That train's definitely coming alive. Iron Horse, become a steam engine. Encounter a steam engine. Become one! Oh, Thomas! I was like, oh, look at that. There's a... Alright, how's my inventory looking? Got enough shotgun shots. That's good. I got flares to keep me alive and control everyone around me.
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Oh, that's the toughest decision in the whole game right there. Hunting rifle. It clearly wants me to have the rifle. Oh.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Please? Okay, let's talk about that. What's with the heavy breathing near the catches? A moment of a break? A moment of, like, relaxation, and you're just letting the exhaustion come out? Knowing that you're going to a safe spot? Someone's leaving those caches. So it's clearly it's whoever the light presence is.
Birds.
Too spread out. Oh, that's a rickety ass bridge. I don't want to waste those. I can use these. Nope. Doing that. The tunnel to Cauldron Lake. Tunnels go to Cauldron Lake. That feels like the progression, but I want to explore.
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain. Alice? Alice? I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here. The hunters were big, thick-set men, confident and at home in the woods. They were feeling good, running on beer, ghost stories, and camaraderie late into the night. It did them no good, as they were taken by the dark presence, sucked deep into a darkness far worse than any ghost story they ever told or heard.
So, if fiction becomes nonfiction based on a writer's abilities and stories and myths, that means that myths come true.
even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel. Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this.
What? Where? So, the way it's working right now is that the darkness likes the writers because the writers make myths that eventually become true. Whoever the light is trying to stop these myths from coming true. Because fiction becomes non-fiction. And then from there, Nightingale knows about the spell and how Alan was responsible for making the script, making aka then the darkness get more power by having the script.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Or the darkness needs captives, creatives, or something. Yeah, it clearly needs the right writers to give them the power to slip through. So imagine the volcano is a portal, and from there the portal's weakened and allows them to slip through. Once a creator gives them that creative power, like for example, and for me, Warhammer 40k is the reason why Yes. This is why in the 40K universe, you don't want people to have their own ideas. You want them to have the same idea because of the fact that knowledge leads to zine, pleasure leads to Slanesh, durability and extend life will lead you to, leads you to Nurgle, and then pure hatred and anger leads to Korn. So, emotions brings power. Which way's the right way? I want to go the opposite way of the right way. Go the opposite way. So that's clear. Because the collectibles. There's so many. I feel like I'm...
Lightning flashed behind the windows of Cauldron Lake Lodge. Tor Anderson laughed and held the steel hammer above his head. Nurse Sinclair was trying to calm him down without success. Tor grinned madly and shouted, "My hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Molnir, wench." He brought the hammer down with all his might on Sinclair's head. "We're on a comeback tour, baby."
What? So... What? So Tor is acting like Thor. I don't know Norse mythology. I don't know Norse mythology that well to know how this can be related to that. How could Thor and Loki be related to?
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
be really nice if I can actually understand if there's like audio cues for like manuscripts and stuff like that. Like the heavy breathing for the torches. Way I'm like, I can hear the audio cues. Yeah, okay. Yep. Take your machete fucking chucking shit out of here. Yeah, I don't think so either. So I'm always trying to keep my eye out for the manuscripts. Ow! The light ones are so annoying. He fell off a cliff. Read. The 8th deepest lake in the world, Cauldron Lake is a Cauldron Lake is a cadral lake formed in the volcanic. The volcano itself could be considered to be active, but its known eruptions in earthquakes of 1970. Even then, the underground activity was mid. Despite some property damage, there's no culture. But didn't the earthquake just kill 33 miners? The lake is one of the most beautiful spots. That's appreciated for at least residents. Yeah, didn't they just say that the earthquake killed 33 miners? Oh, this isn't date. Yeah, this isn't gonna break at all, right? No time for aiming. Time for moving. What? Actually, wait. Where's that guy? I just saw it in the corner of my eye. Coffee. Okay, yeah, see? I heard the... providing these?
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
So Mott, the kidnapper, clearly confirming that we went onto an imaginary island. Diver's Island. Don't tease me like that. Ah, fuck. CW and TZ. What am I missing? Tom. Ooh. I curse you, Thomas Zane. Oh! Tom Zane, okay. But she has a special light chalk then. Oh, then the light is... Wow, just took me forever to figure out who the light is. Light is Thomas Zane. Tom Zane. Tom Zane is the one. CW.
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction.
So yeah, Thomas Zane. But he's in love with Barbara Jagger. So who's CW? Yeah. Oh. Flashbang! That was not what I wanted to use. But you know what? Chivo! Alright, cool. So seat down. So let's CW.
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat. I was close now. I had to get... I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
Oh my god, this has been in his brain. He's having episodes. And then that makes sense. The FBI person's like, oh, this is all science fiction or fiction. And then being like, oh, everything's so crazy. You're killing people left, right, and center. I'm an action hero now. No. They wouldn't play. This hasn't been your brain the whole entire time. That you're actually going through Dr. Hartman's.
Get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
No.
Wait! Are you? Wait! Hey, I'm here! I'm coming! No! Get away! Sorry. Please, lady. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make a play ball. You see? To get him writing for us. Please. Please. Oh. I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me.
Where was this? Oh. And you're dead. Yeah. No! Oh my god! Don't end it now. Oh.
Oh my, what a wretch.
mommy belly with a Stanley knife. My daddy did a jig with a drunk midwife. Who's that yonder hole in flames, dragging behind him a sack of chains? Who's that yonder hole in flames? Well, up jumped the devil and he staked his claim. Start, doomed to play the villain's part. I was the baddest Johnny in the apple cart. My blood was blacker than the chambers of the dead nun's heart. Who's that milling around the courthouse steps? Nail on my face to the hitching fence. Who's that milling around the courthouse steps? Up jumped the devil and off we crept.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff.
Unfortunately, I have to end it there. I want to keep going, but I have to end it there, and I've got to stream this later on. What a great chapter. That really caught me on. Is that the... what? So, who came and rescued us in the lake? Oh, there's so many questions. There's so many possibilities that it's all in his... he's actually being serviced by the doctor, and he's just going through an episode to anything and everything and craziness. So, I gotta wait till next chapter. I can see why now in the group is like, I gotta go do the next chapter. It's so good. I gotta do the next chapter. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. Next chapter is... now I'm excited to do the next one myself. That was good. Alright, I gotta strap the stream. I gotta be an adult. Actually do some stuff. So... thank you all for watching. That was fun. And till Friday, I'll try to stream some more. And go from there. And so good. That was a very long episode. How long was this one? This one for me was... oh, 2.5 hours. Only 2.5 hours. Wow, that felt a lot longer. I also did take like a 15-minute break. Alright, well, thank you all for watching. Have a good night, or good day, and I will catch you later.